stocking up on wine because you think that 200% tariffs are about to hit. That is the narrative, and that is what people are doing today. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. We got Stock Club coming up. I'm going to show you how you can capitalize off of what's going on in the market. Let's get it.
Welcome back. President Trump is threatening to put a 200% tariff on wine, cognac, and other European alcohol imports, including champagne. That is all in response to the EU's decision to put a 50% tax on U.S. whiskey, following Trump's 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum. Joining me now is Stew Leonard's Wines and Spirits president, the daughter of Stew Leonard, the founder. Blake Leonard is here. Blake, great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning.
You run the wines and liquors business at Stew Leonard's, and I'd like to get your take on what you're expecting from the tariffs and how that would have an impact on your business and the overall alcohol industry.
Thank you, Maria. Good morning. Well, every year about 4 million of the wines and spirits that we sell that go out the door, half of it is from Europe. And so, really this tariff would be, have an impact on those sales of those products on the shelf. What's really interesting is over the weekend, being in our stores, customers were stocking up. And, it is an uncertain time. We don't know what's going to happen. But, it doesn't hurt to go out and grab your favorite bottle of wine and spirit right now, especially tequila or champagne.
Yep.
Yep.
Are you looking at people say, well, now that I know tariffs are coming on French and Italian wines, et cetera, maybe I should buy American?
Yes, you do. And, I think this is a good example. A bottle of champagne here, this at least costs starting around $60 a bottle. You can go to California where they make sparkling wine in the same style as champagne for half the price. So you do have a lot of those opportunities where you can switch. Consumers during COVID, as we saw, they had to pivot. They had to try something new. The same thing here, Sancerre from France that only can be made in that certain region. You can go and find a great bottle of Sauvignon Blanc from California. So
wait a minute. You telling me now, listen. I don't know, so I just got to ask the question. I want to make sure that we all on the same page. Are you guys telling me that people are that drunken, that people are so obsessed with drinking and wine and bottles that they are pre-stocking up and filling up on wine because they are afraid, not that they won't even have access, but they're afraid that they're going to get tariffs on it? I can't think of anything, not one thing in his lifetime, that I would be so afraid of losing on a consumer side that I would feel compelled to have to go and stock up on it. Even during the pandemic, when all of y'all was running out there and y'all was getting mad and going crazy and stocking up on toilet paper and paper towel, I was looking at these people. I said, is some... They don't make toilet paper no more? What's going on? Oh my God, we're all going to run out of toilet paper. And people were stocking up on Kleenex. What? Oh, I can't wait for the price of eggs. Do y'all eat that many eggs? Do y'all eat that many eggs? Because I don't see nobody talking about how the price of eggs is down, but neither here nor there. Dog, are y'all that pressed for alcohol? Are you that pressed for alcohol that you feel the need to have to go and buy it in bulk and stock up before tariffs hit European wines and spirits? If that is the case, then we got a bigger problem on our hands, honestly. If that is the case, we got a drinking problem here in the United States of America. We really do. We really do have a drinking problem here.
So consumers will have to do that because the cost of these imported products would be so expensive on the shelf.
Well, I mean, you're an expert in this. Are you a sommelier as well, Blake? I'd like to get you.
Yes.
Okay, I love that because then you could give us real advice here. I mean, is it that much different? I mean, if you're telling me that champagne from France versus a champagne or a sparkling wine from America is half the price. Is the French one that much better?
Well, it all comes down to where it's made. And so that does get into a little bit of a debate. But what I will say is that there are so many champagne houses in France who also make wine in California because they believe that it has a very similar quality to the wine, the way it's made. But I don't think the average consumer would necessarily know the difference. On the other hand, you have tequila, which legally can only be made in Mexico there. So this would be a little bit harder of a switching cost. But what I do think is that overall, our suppliers, talking to them every day right now, is that they've stocked up. They've been planning for this. They really anticipated this coming. So they've stocked.
She said that the average consumer can't even tell the difference. That means most of y'all that think that y'all so prissy, you can't even tell the difference anyway. You know what else I've learned about people? Is that most people are just followers of other people anyway. Most people don't even know what they're talking about. You ain't no sommelier. You Jesse Smollett. You ain't a sommelier. You Jesse Smollett. I'm not that good. I don't drink that much wine to be able to tell the difference between the taste from a winemaker that makes a similar wine in California. The same company make a similar wine in California as it does in France. I just don't care enough, honest to God. I don't. I care more about people that support American-owned businesses more than I care about enriching European wineries. I do. I care more about American companies. I think that this is the best thing. This is going to be the best fallout ever. You know why? Because more businesses is going to be created inside of America. More people are going to be incentivized to create businesses inside of America. Anywhere where there's a shortage, there will be an opportunity for another business to be created inside of America. And I think that it bolsters the finances and the revenue and the tax revenue of businesses inside of the United States of America. Listen, if you want it from out of here, then you just going to have to pay more for it. Simple as that. If you want to drink for once in France that bad, then you just going to have to pay for it. It's going to be a premium on it. We taxing, tariffs on everything.
Their warehouses with as much, wine and spirits as they can right now to hold us over for, about 6 months.
Very interesting. Okay, so tequila can only be made in Mexico, and there's nothing like that you would say is an equivalent.
I know people just be buying it just because. I know people be buying it just because. You know why the majority of hood rats drink Hennessy? Because everybody say to drink Hennessy. Hennessy ain't even good. Not to me. I don't drink Hennessy. I got it available for all of my little hood rats that like to drink Hennessy. I got it available. Listen, if you want Hennessy, we're going to have Henny on deck all day long. You know what else these little hood rats like to drink? You know how I know? Well, you should watch the vlog because you'll see how I know. You know what else they like to drink? Casamigos. That's the first thing that they say that they want. If it ain't Hennessy, then it's Casamigos. Usually women that are under the age of 27 that may stop by the studio or come and party or come with their friends or whatever, they all drink Casamigos and Hennessy. All of them. All of them. Casamiga. What you want, baby? You want some Casamiga? I'll take some Casamigos. All of them. All of them drink the same thing. And I be wondering to myself, and one time I asked, I said, why do y'all like, I don't know, my homegirl put me up on it. Oh, so she made you drink it, and now that's the thing that you drink. Because you think that that's what all the little girlies drink. Okay, I got you.
There are some agave spirits that are popping up, but right now, this is one that would be a challenge because they've been making it for, centuries this way, and there's really not an equivalent.
And what do you think is the added cost of a tariff on something like a tequila? Is it just 25%? Because that's the tariffs, 25%?
Yes, but this producer here, Casa Dragones, for example, a small, really nice tequila maker. She's the first female tequila master in Mexico, and she had to, as a small business, go and make the investment here in the U.S. to bring this product in. So I don't know I definitely think it's on the shelf where you'll see it, but it will definitely, have an impact on our importers along, and as well everyone along the supply chain.
And let's talk about that supply chain, because are there other indirect costs? I mean, how do these tariffs affect other industries, like talking about leisure, hospitality? When you've got higher priced alcohol from Europe, do you just make an assumption that that cost is going to be passed on somewhere along the leisure and hospitality supply chain?
Well, it really, a wine, in order to get into the U.S., it has to be imported, and then it has to get
drinking
distributed,
Don Julio
so it
now?
touches another set of hands, and then it comes to the retail and to the restaurants as well. So it really does get, passed along really ultimately to the consumer. But, for us, we don't want to do that. We're a family business, and we've been, my great-grandfather was a milkman 100 years ago. And so we really, look at this the long term, is that we don't want to.
All right, so basically everybody that's a wino and everybody that is drunkards, they are desperate, and they think that they're going to die without having a good spirit from the European Union. And so they all stocking up on spirits from these places as though it's going to go out of style, like their liver is going break or something like that. But anyways, that is what's happening when it comes to that. Make sure y'all hit a like for it's crazy. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. People are stocking up on wines. That's what they're doing.